My mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I'm from Eastern Kentucky, and I remember this presentation I heard my senior year of high school about cancer in Eastern Kentucky. And I really just wanted to figure out, why is cancer so prevalent in this area?
That kind of sparked an interest in oncology because my grandfather has lung cancer. In Appalachia, cancer is just so tremendous there. And I think the one main thing that Appalachia needs that they don't really get is knowledge about cancer and just basic knowledge. And I think that the outreach that the Action program does is very good, and especially if the students can get involved. I know I've tried to as much as I can in my hometown.
I helped connect the Cancer Center with my local hospital, which are partners, and we were able to start Mam Stay Out, which offers free mammograms to women that don't have health insurance. And I was talking to a lady that she hadn't got a mammogram in 5 years because she hadn't had the time or the insurance to go and get it. And it's just something like that that touches people in very important ways that I just love doing.
I'm working with Dr. Branson, so Christine Branson. She's doing lung cancer research. And right now, I've never worked in a lab before, ever in my life. So I'm being her lab assistant right now. So she's teaching me everything I need to know in the lab. And there's so many different chemicals and stuff you work with, and so many just different things you have to learn how to do. 2 weeks ago, I finally got the hang of everything. Once you know how to do it, it's really fun.
I'm working with Henry Moore. He is working on a project with the P53 gene, which is the most mutated gene in cancer, with zebrafish. And so I've learned definitely just the basics of being in a lab, and that it's okay if you spill some stuff and make mistakes, that sort of thing.
My faculty mentor is Dr. Spear. And the biggest thing I've learned about being in the lab overall is just how much we don't know about biology. Whenever you're in class, you get asked questions on tests, and then you look to your professors and they know the answers. But the craziest thing is when you're in the lab, you do an experiment and you don't know the answer. I can ask him and he helps guide me, but that's the biggest thing I've learned overall about being in the lab. I say the biggest takeaway I have from the Action program, I want to say it comes from shadowing. It's getting to see all the different perspectives of cancer, because that's something going into it, I only knew I knew my mom's experience, and that was it. I knew that about cancer. But I've been able to see so many different viewpoints and so many different patients and different types of oncologists.
So it's not just about research. So there's also shadowing with doctors and volunteering. And I think it just gives that wide breadth, and it helps you with everything. I was able to tailor it towards research, which I love, but I know a lot of other students were able to do it. They wanted to be pre-med, and so they would do that and get into medical school. And so it just kind of gives you everything you need to succeed, I think.
It's just a really good way to get into the research, which you'll probably, if you're into the STEM fields, you'll have to do it anyway. So it's just a good way to make it more focused. And then you have such a big support system to help you through the process.
It's a good family, I think. I know you don't know the people at first, but then we meet, every other week, and we get to tell each other how our weeks are going and how we're doing and what we're getting into. Just knowing that other people are doing the same thing as you and maybe struggling but you can also celebrate with them too if they're doing good. So it's really nice to have that community.
The program really inspired my love of research because I didn't know it was a possibility before. And then when I started doing it, I was like, wow, this is amazing. It's what made me want to go to graduate school and helped me plan my whole future.
I only applied to UK because I wanted to go here. It's been a lifelong dream, and I was very fortunate to be able to come here. But probably what I like the most is just the variety of opportunity. And I go talk to a lot of schools through my own volunteering work that I've started. And I think what I tell students the most is that if you want to do a complex career such as medicine, it's good to have opportunities. There are some schools that don't have hospitals within 2 hours of the school. So if you're going there to become a doctor, you're really at a disadvantage. The amount of opportunity I've had has been what I'm most grateful for.
I went and walked into a teacher's office hours today, and it's kind of scary to go in, especially as a freshman. These people are older than me, they know so much more than I do, and it can be very scary. The thing about UK that I've liked the most is They make it feel like home, like you feel accepted.
Well, I'm from a really small town. I mean, I know everybody usually when I go around places, but here, there's always a new face. And I love like meeting new people, getting to hear where they're from and their story. So there's always something to learn and someone to meet. So that's what I really like.